Yeah, so as far as the vocal recording, the main artist I use or I work with is Josh. He's my buddy. We met at school, and he was just kind of working. The way I met him was he was just kind of working on a song in the other room, in the other studio room, which is at the school, and I was working in another room, and then we kind of just were kind of just met through there and kind of showed each other our tunes, and he hopped on the track, and yeah, we kind of just made a few tracks from there. He usually just uses a large diaphragm condenser mic. I'm not exactly sure what kind, man. I forget all the names of all the microphones. There's so many, but yeah, man, he does a really good job recording his vocals. But yeah, man, as far as like the vocal chops and stuff like that, I have pretty interesting view on it. I think I literally just think about it like the human voice is kind of like a synth within itself. Like it's like
Huh.
produces tones and notes. So if you could just kind of treat your chopping of vocals like they're little tones, then you can kind of create melodies and
Ah.
patterns that are catchy, and you can manipulate them in any way. Like you can make a vocal sound like a pad, or you can make a vocal sound like a lead. You can make it sound like you can even turn it into a bass. So I don't know. It's
Yeah,
how I
that's
look at it.
that's a cool
Yeah.
perspective. Treating it like an instrument, I suppose.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah, because also, man, you could like the mouth is kind of like a filter, so within itself. So you can
Yeah.
literally just to any tones you could add like multiple filters working simultaneously, and like they create their own tone within itself. It's pretty yeah, it's pretty interesting, and it's endless too. You can make all kinds of combinations with multiple high passes and low passes, just at different frequencies, and so yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And do you use like a particular plugin or tool, or do you just chop manually?
Okay, so this is why I really love Ableton is because you can save like a bunch of ADG racks, which is like
Yeah.
literally just effect racks, right? So people already like design these like EQs, like these parameters for them to be like plug and play. Like you just throw them on and manipulate the main knobs, and those knobs manipulate like so many different parameters within the EQ. So I just like downloaded these a bunch of these like random ADG like wah kind of like filter
Hmm.
stuff, and so I've just been using those. And yeah, so shout out to Austin Ableton Tutor. His name is that's his Facebook page. His name is Jimmy Allison,
Jimmy
and
Allison.
yeah, man, he has a bunch of really cool resources and a lot of free downloads and stuff. Obviously, just to support and follow his stuff. But
Yeah,
yeah, man,
absolutely.
he's got some really good resources. So yeah, that's kind of the filtering that I like to use on a lot like the wahs and wub kind of stuff. So yeah,
Awesome. Yeah, I'll chuck that in the show notes. So do
cool.
you use because when I do my vocal chops, like I'll grab an audio file and just slice to MIDI, or I think you can slice it to a drum rack, I think, and you get like 16 or 32 or however many or whatever setting you choose, you get all these chops in the drum rack, and I kind of work from there. But I mean, there's limitations to that approach. So how do you get from like a full vocal stem to the chops before you start filtering and adding effects?
Uh, yeah. So yeah, no, I really like that slice to MIDI function too. I definitely use that, and I have a launch pad. So
Ah,
and I actually have two, so I can like hook both of those up and yeah, do like a bunch of chops on them. So that's really cool. But whenever I want to get like more precise and I kind of hear a part and I want to use that part to chop it up or manipulate it in any way, I kind of just listen through the acapella and listen to any like extended notes like oohs or ahs that the vocalist is saying, and
mm.
kind of just like or like kind of like fill vocal fills, like I like hoo, 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 like that kind of
Mm,
stuff. I don't know
mm.
how to I'm not a singer, but like that awesome R&B kind of stuff, and like those kind of effects and um ad libs,
Mm.
kind of strip those back and edit them rhythmically or whatever, and then yeah.